Hi everybody, this is meteorologist Terry Swails, and this is your Sunday evening weather update. And the big weather news tonight is, of course, the clipper we've been talking about for the past couple of days. It appears that it is on track to bring some snow to parts of the Midwest and accumulating snows at that. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty here and show you what is going on. First of all, clippers generally come from the northwest. In fact, they always do, and this one is no different. It's going to develop up in southwestern Canada and roll southeast and head right into east central Illinois, and that's important because the track would put us on the north side of the weather system where temperatures will be cold enough for some snow to fall. Now here's the GFS track, and it's been holding really staunch to this now for about 5 or 6 runs, and that's something I love to see. Consistency is huge in my business, so I'm glad to see this thing has been doing the track the same all the past 24 to 36 hours. Now here's the precipitation output, and this is kind of what the model indicates might fall in terms of liquid equivalent here. So you're looking at anywhere from 2 to maybe a half an inch of precipitation in a few spots. You can also see that as the storm moves to the southeast, it starts to get a little bit more moisture into it. And that's something I've noticed here in the past couple of runs, is that as this thing gets deeper into the trough here, it seems like it is scooping up a little bit more moisture and amplifying some. And so as the system moves east-southeast, it should grow a little bit in its intensity. So there's what you're looking at as far as moisture is concerned. The big question is how much of that comes down in the form of snow. And this is something we always deal with in these situations. And if you just go straight by the model here, and this is brand new, this was the late afternoon evening run off the GFS, it has a streak of 2 to potentially 5 inches of snow that runs from northwestern Iowa right on through the Quad Cities and then down into northern Indiana. And one thing that we'll have to watch here again is the track. Any deviation north or south would push that band up or down. The other thing that's interesting here is the thermal boundary here is a little bit marginal, so there could be a period where we have a mix in here, or there could be some rain before it really goes over to snow. But I do think if the precipitation is heavy enough here that we'll get evaporative cooling going on and get that cold air aloft down to the ground. And believe me, the temperatures aloft are cold enough for snow, so that is why the model is indicating it here. And I think we'll see some accumulations around the area. Now with the ground pretty warm, the majority of this will probably stay on the grassy surfaces, elevated surfaces. But believe me, if it snows hard enough, it'll get on the roads even a little slushy as the system moves on by. But I don't think it's going to cause a lot of problems that way. But it's just so dang early in the year to be seeing something like this. I'm just pretty much blown away. That's an amazing chart there. And the 22nd of October, that would be one of those events that just does not happen very often, maybe once every 20-25 years if this actually occurs as expected. And you got to have the cold air in place, and here you can see the high temperatures that we are anticipating on Tuesday, and mid and upper 30s over eastern Iowa and western Illinois. Normal highs are around 60 to give you an idea just how cold that is. And here's what happens afterwards. The low temperatures are expected to plummet by the time we get to Wednesday morning. And if there is snow on the ground, and we do clear it out and lighten the winds up, and that's a distinct possibility, these could be warm. I mean, there could be some spots upper teens to low 20s if we get good radiational cooling. So that's something to keep an eye on here, but definitely some really cool temperatures coming up this week. And that's not the end of it either. This is a typhoon, which is out near Japan, and these things are known for moving northeast and recurving towards the Gulf of Alaska up in the Bering Sea up that way. And when those things go into that area, they dislodge more cold air up in Canada and push it southeast. That's exactly what we're seeing here. October 29th is the GFS forecast here. And look at the cross-polar flow. I mean to tell you, that is a chart you do not expect to see during the month of October. Really cold air being leveled right into the heart of the country. And this surface map here tells the story too. On the 29th, it's got winds, it's got snow showers, and it's got high temperatures that'll probably not even get out of the 20s in parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin, and that's just off the edge. That is remarkably cool there, to say the least. So in short term, we got the snow for Tuesday, and then around the 29th of October, a shot of bitterly cold air if the GFS does its magic and nail this thing the way we're anticipating it. So I say don't panic. You know, the snow's not going to be around very long. This time of year, it melts quickly. But just the same, I'm sure there'll be a lot of you out there that are pretty freaked out by the whole event. Personally, I'm just freaked to even see it on the charts, and I am thoroughly fired up. So ride low, everybody. Roll weather, and I say think snow.